One of the issues that has really gone under the radar for the last 12 months has been Coles supermarket use of this new drug called BOVAER, which contains the chemical, it's nitrooxypropylene, which they're administering it to feed cattle in beef that they are selling in their supermarkets. Now, the whole idea of this is that this reduces the farts of the animals, and the farts are what is causing bad weather, and therefore under the net zero scheme, this is something we must do, is reduce the farts of the animals, of the cattle and cows. That is the premise of what Coles are doing. Now, why we should have, I think it's fair that consumers should have some concern. At the very least, this product must be labelled, so if consumers think that this is sustainable and this is great, they can buy their beef, they can buy cattle that's been administered this new drug, and if they don't, they can boycott it. It should be a consumer's choice, but the labelling must be there, and currently it's not. Now, why is there a bit of a concern? Firstly, have a look at this letter from the US Food and Drug Administration, dated the 24th of May, which is addressed to Elanco US Incorporated. Now, firstly, who are Elanco? These are the people that distribute this new drug, and they're Elanco Animal Health Inc. And have a guess who two of the largest shareholders of that big American multinational are. You guessed it, Vanguard and BlackRock. Their fingerprints, wherever there's money on sort of something to do with climate grifting, their fingerprints are all over it. Those two large investment corporations, Vanguard and BlackRock. Right? So we go to this letter. This is again from the US FDA Food and Drug Administration to Elanco. And in this letter, they describe this BOVAER as an unapproved animal drug. So we have Coles supermarket selling beef that is being given this unapproved animal drug. And when you go down to the warnings in this letter about BOVAER, it says here, and we're reading, let's quote exactly from it. It says, warning, not for human use. Caution should be exercised when handling this product. 3-nitrooxypropylene may damage male fertility and reproductive organs. Sounds very great. Okay. It is potentially harmful when inhaled and is a skin and eye irritant. Personal protective gear, including an eyewear, dust mask, and impervious gloves, should be worn when handling this product. It also goes on up here, it says, for use in feed for lactating dairy cows only. And it says, not for use in dry dairy cows, bulls, replacement heifers or bulls, growing cattle, or other ruminant species, because safety and effectiveness has not been evaluated in these animals. Now, if that's not bad enough, or if that's not something to be alarmed about, we've also got this document from the Food Safety Commission of Japan. And what do they say here? We go again to their document, and again quoting directly from this document, dated again only recently, 28th of June 2024. And it's here about, again, 3-nitrooxypropylene, the Food Safety Commission of Japan, and they say here, quoting directly, the following results were observed in the subacute toxicity study. 1, decrease in the absolute and relative weights of male testes and the epidermis. 2, decrease in sperm counts. And 3, decrease in the motor activity of sperm. Now, that doesn't sound too safe and effective to me. But again, Coles are using this product in the meat. They're using this to feed the animals, the cattle, in the meat that they are selling in their supermarkets. Now, the concern that I've got is the way Coles have marketed this. Firstly, they put out this statement here and they're saying it's all about sustainability. Now, I don't understand, it's not really clear how making cattle fart less is more or less sustainable. Then you have Coles' claim here that is at least 50% reduction in emissions. At least 50. So that means it's 50% or more. But if you go to the manufacturer's own website and that manufacturer's own specifications, they say it reduces methane emissions from dairy cattle by 30% and up to 45% from beef cattle. And yet Coles are claiming it is at least 50%. So there's obviously some issue there about that claim. But more concerningly is the photographs that Coles supermarket have put out with this. Two happy farmers here without any protective gear are playing with this chemical in what looks like one of their feedlots. Now here they are without any protective equipment. Now remembering what the actual specifications for this product say, the warnings, it says personal protective gear, including eyewear, a dust mask, and impervious gloves should be worn when handling this product. Now, these people should be in hazmat suits when they're handling this product. But how can Coles sell the message that this is all about sustainability and protecting the environment if you've got farmers wearing hazmat suits administering the chemical? So here you've got them. Are Coles putting these people's health at risk by not having them wear adequate protective gear as per the manufacturer's specifications are? Or is just Coles trying to mislead consumers? As I said, these people, if you read the specifications and you are administering this stuff to your cattle, you should be wearing a hazmat suit at the very least. Then have a look at the warranty that this Elanco company, this US multinational, said with shares controlled by Vanguard and BlackRock. Have a look at the, you talk about safe and effective. Well, have a look at the warranty that they give about their warranty exclusions. It says here, right, the company disclaims any implied warranties, including merchantability. The company shall not be liable for any incidental or consequential damages. It sounds like our friends at Pfizer. To the extent consistent with applicable law, the company's maximum liability shall be limited to the purchase price of the product. Yeah, safe and effective, all right. Look, this is a very significant issue. What needs to happen is we need to have clear and unambiguous labelling on our beef. Any beef that is sold anywhere in Australia that contains these chemicals, that contains this BOVAER, should be labelled as such so the consumers can make an informed decision. Now at the moment, Coles supermarket, some of their beef uses this BOVAER and some doesn't. So the simple thing is, until Coles label which is and which isn't, the easiest way is to avoid Coles supermarket altogether and go and support one of your local independent butchers. Ask him, is any of his beef come from beef that have been administered this drug? And if the answer is no, they're the people you should support. And until we get this labelling in place, Coles should simply be a place that is off the list for shopping for beef.